Welcome. This is Bob Dust, your instructor at Reynolds Community College for the ITP 244 course. Today we're going to discuss comparing MVC to a entertainment system. Should be interesting. Let's take a look. So after a long and fruitful day of programming, I like to sit down with my MVC entertainment system. And that's me. I'm the user here. So here is my input device to my MVC entertainment system. My input device listens to, talks to my controller. My controller listens to this device. This device sends URL information to the controller, which then processes the request, gathers up the model, which is also known as content or programming. And here is my MVC controller. Looks a lot like a cable box. And in my case, that's exactly what it is. Now I'm kind of an old guy and I still use cable boxes. You may have a satellite service such as DirecTV, or you may use internet services like Netflix or a device like Amazon Fire TV. It could even be built into your viewer with a smart TV. Whatever device you have, this controls the content that is displayed on your viewer. So next, let's look at the model. Here is my MVC model. Now my controller, using my input device, I can choose to look at various content, and my controller finds the content, in this case the model, which is any kind of programming. Could be a movie, it could be a news channel, it could be a shopping network, it could be sports, it could be anything, but the controller will pick the right model based upon my input and render the content to my view. And here is my view. In this case, we will take Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade and render that to my MVC view. So here's the viewer that shows the content from my model. So I have my input device, which is my remote control. I have my cable, which is my controller. I have the content or the TV shows, that is my model, and then my TV is my view. Let's take a look at this in a graphic format. And here we see we have the user. This is me and my remote down here. And I talk with my remote directly to the controller. In this case, my controller is a cable box. So now my only interaction is with the controller. The controller receives input from the user and queries the model over here, queries the model, which is a repository of shows and other programming. The model then is the programming. It returns its content back to the controller. The controller may or may not modify the model it gets, and then sends that to the viewer, which is our TV. The view then returns this content back to the user. So the way it flows is, using the remote, user talks to the controller, controller talks to the model responds to the controller passes on what it needs from the model to the view, and the view then renders it to the user. That is the MVC model using my Bob's Entertainment System. Let's look at this as a website now. Again, we have users using keyboards and mice over here. Again, they talk to the controller via a URL address, Uniform Resource Locator address. The controller then talks to the model, which retrieves data. Could be from many sources. Oftentimes it's from a SQL database. The data is then rendered back to the controller. The controller then passes that to the web browser via HTML and other controls and files. And the web browser takes the HTML and other files and renders that back to the user via their monitor. So you can see how the MVC system works by comparing it to a TV system. Hope that was helpful to you, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.